162 grain. I thought it had some 55 Frontier cartridges.
Right.
But I don't know. Shooting 75 grain. I want to sight in. Sight in the old rifle. Y'all might want to sight your red dots in too, man.
I'm gonna use that shield you just gave me.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
gotta buy
gonna.
some more F&J, so I was like, I'm gonna just use that then.
Yeah. That way, yeah. There's a couple of rounds. It shouldn't take too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, after we did it the last time,
Yeah.
I counted, but estimated between 5 and 7, so I just clicked at 5, and then I was going to go back down there and try it again.
Yeah.
I was only under.
I'm gonna, cause I can't see the red dot on the front. It's bright, but during the light like this, I can't really see it.
Right.
But I want to wait until it gets a little dark, maybe. I think it's gonna get cool again tonight.
Yeah, it get dark at 17:43.
Yeah, it's not supposed to get as cold as it did last night. But
Good. I came outside this morning. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait for the sun to come up.
Bruh, my nose froze, bro. I was like, wait a minute. And I went up under there. I was like, okay, there we go. I was like, yeah. That's so good. Yeah, man. I want to find out what they're growing at that weed dispensary. That's a lot. Those are some big greenhouses, man.
You would think they put some signs up or something. Some business from out here.
Everything it seems like when it comes to that. That's why I'll be kind of worried about government inclusion. Like, are they growing something that the government tweak? You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to see. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that, yeah.
Most places you're supposed to be able to walk in and have a visit. You can call. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And see what it is they did as far as horticulture, how they, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that one's really out there. I mean, there's only no one around here, man. I mean,
I love it out here.
Keep it that way, you know? Guy, see, I told you Progressive was full of nothing, and guy goes off me, what, 113 or something? That's still too much.
Yeah.
I should get with the general myself.
Yeah, I'll check and see if Arizona got them.
I could have went back to the res and got to Tuba City and got my car insurance for like 40. I think it was $43.75 or something like that. Yeah, that's what I had when I was on the res. And people were like, "How are you getting that? You're not married to the neighborhood." I'm like, "Cause I'm American Indian." You reject me. It was funny, man. I'm in there. Bro's watching me pull out documents and papers. She's like, I ain't seen that because it ain't yours. But you need to see it for the guy sitting back there going, oh, well, it's $43.75. Mr. Branch, don't call me Mr. Branch. God dog, man. People are funny, man. You just can't make this stuff up, man. Like, well, you're part German. I mean, did you look at what they did over there in Africa back in 1904 or whatever? They exterminated the people fought back though. They just didn't get out. They had the Maxim machine gun, the Germans, the Jews that were German in Germany that caused that. I said, but that's not the one that the brother created. You know what I'm saying? If the brother, if we were so African, they would have had the original machine gun.
Right.
First water I drink all day. Besides tea. It feels so good out here, man.
Yes, sir.
Not in that shade. That shade looks like wind. Anyway, what's going on, guys? I can't see anybody's comments and stuff. I'm in the chat filter to see who popped up. Nobody's saying nothing. Well, I'm just waiting because, you know, this is the role. This is what they play. We're going to hide some stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to entertain them regardless. It is what it is. Okay. I can't read no comments because they're manipulating. You know, that's what they do. They don't know no other way. And they feel safe in their concubine relationship to the lies they live. Oh, so sweet it is. I really, really enjoy it. Hey, Millennial. Hey, what's up? So when you want us to come pick you up? even if it's for a visit, I don't think you want. You're not sleeping in a tent here. It's nothing but a man tent. Not saying you couldn't in dire times, but come out and visit and get you back. Depending how long you say she was from here? Who was that? How far?
Only 2.5 hours. So
Oh yeah, we can bring you up early. We can pick you up early and make it like a road trip. I'll probably let T drive or something, you know, and let you check it out, walk around, and bring you on back, bring your daughter or whatever, and that way you can see, and you can be a voice as well. Olmec will be up here, him and his wife, when they get the chance, because he runs his business, and then we have a few others, you know what I'm saying? So it'll be a delight for everybody to see. While it's still a little warm during the days, and next week we're going to have some temperatures again in the 70s and 80s. So, and nights where it's 50 something, it'll be pretty nice. I have a 2-man tent. We could set that up if you decide to stay overnight. Problem is, well, being a lady, use the bathroom obviously and shower. But just come out here for like a day, you know what I mean, and see for yourself. Like I said, all sisters and brothers, all whites, serious, are welcome. I know some people are bothered. Aren't you worried about desegregate? Oh man, we're not with that life. We protected the world before, and it was misutilized and used against us. So now the lies are abundant. I gotta watch. He was just listening to Kiramio's new video. I gotta check that out because I enjoy listening to my brother Kiramio. Magnificent. My cousin Danny sent me a message. He's okay. I thought he got locked up or something. I mean, some people have their life they live, you know, and they live their life accordingly, which is how it should be, actually. But you see it up there. I wanted to ask a serious question. With everything that's transpiring to the Native community, why are y'all so hard-pressed to think that American Indian is the same as Native American? I mean, Native American is the same as American Indian. First of all, they want to say that American Indian was first, and it was a lie based on Christopher Columbus thinking he was looking for India. We already proved that Hernando Zarco, he knew us, not you Mongolians, or Asians, whatever you want to call yourselves, right? 5 different terms and that and whatever. And he had came here to give warning. He didn't come to conquer for the Papavu and all that other stuff. If you look at the history of what happened to Fernando Zarco, Fernando Hernandez Zarco, whatever his name, right? If you look at what happened to him, you might start to realize a deeper truth. There were still people pushing for Christopher Columbus came, and oh no, who is he? Who is that? And saying that it was India he was looking for. India didn't even exist, as this was on the map still Asia Superior, not Asia Minor, because they were still squabbling to correct and change things. Something that's an ongoing prolific. All right. I mean, we created the almanac. Why would we create an almanac? Why would we be the original creators of the almanac, to which been through so many revisions? I just want to know. And if you look at the names of the revisers, all right, we're not the same. You're not original here. I've already expressed that my great-grandmother worked in the Indian training schools to teach you our ways. And you are not a very rhythmic people. There's a video with this so-called Ethiopian African expressing the reason why they eat raw meat, even to this day, something we don't do. There's even an ex-pro bodybuilder who goes around teaching the science and math of foods and toxins and poisons, who will sit there and bite into a raw steak. No way. We don't do that. Hell, I remember my great-grandmother saying they mostly ate fish. They didn't really eat no cows because it was not of this land. Though later on, getting older and the hamburger and all that stuff, you know. So you can see how they can subtly invigorate and invite things like the chicken. We had fried chicken on trips, but that was not our staple. Fish, even the wild boar, and sometimes the bacon of a pig, because you know, we started going to ShopRite and Pathmark, that was there, you know what I mean? Chitlins, all that came from the family who slaughtered, you know, sows. We call them sows. We didn't call them pigs or whatever. Call them sows. We'd harvest our own, like chitlins and all that, and make hog head cheese. And from the rooter to the tutor, I just wasn't big on it. Pork chop and bacon and sausages was about the sum of what I would pretty much partake in. My brother Dwight was a big hog head cheese eating saltine cracker. Oh my goodness. Whew, boy, he tear that stuff up. But chitlins, I stopped eating that a long time ago, right before I went in the military. I just couldn't do it. It was good. Mama and them cleaned it perfect and everything like that. I just, you know, that time religion was getting deep, and I was actually reading the Bible, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why are we eating this stuff? I used to ask the question, why are we eating this stuff? It ain't even from here. Like mama used to say. She said, well, we eating it now because it's Bible food. Okay. And that's what it's minds from. Mama didn't even like the peanut butter being made after they took it over. Always talked about how we helped them cultivate the tobacco and stuff. Y'all didn't help cultivate nothing. I just want to know, with everything coming around, historical records, I think they did this intentionally. Took the children from the parents, gave them identity, a language, broken as obscure as it is, and made y'all believe something that was far from the truth, just for the purpose of chaos, because that's energy. You know, when you feel some kind of way, and negativity and everything else, that is actually energy venerated out. That's why so many of us are pretty calm. And there's a lot more of us than y'all. I mean, way more. And a lot of y'all got our bloodline in you. I've lived on reservations. I know what I'm talking about. You know I'm in. And some of the women. Yeah. But somebody I want to hear a good answer, not someone made up, pretending, you know, so goofy. Not even children do this retarded stuff. You know, I just want to know. Hey, what's up, Fred? Okay, you're from Turkey. How's it going, Turkey? What's going on? How you doing, beloved? Millennial. Bazar City. I don't know if Bazar City. Name sounds familiar. Warren Jefferson. Whatever on that shit. What's going on, beloved? More people can come in and greetings and stuff. But if you're in here, answer the question. It's, you know what? I always say there's really no wrong answers because there's things that we don't know. Regardless of my time living in community, looking at what they gave y'all, and the fact that I had to teach a couple of brothers how to grow grass, but they thought nothing could grow, and then I had this great corn that grew higher and bigger and fatter, all different shapes and colors, compared to all everybody used to come around looking, marveling at the corn I was growing. How did it get to grow? And I wasn't putting nothing in the soil. I was just putting my fingers and little corn stepping, little corn stomping, you know, whatever you want to call it. That's not what it is, but that's what we say. That's what they say in the north, liberal cities and suburbs. You know that. You know how that goes. But which is fine. And they saw my stuff: watermelon, cabbage, celery, because those keep growing. I just grew on everything. I had to build a couple of boxes for some things and mix the soil with the red clay. But other than that, and I had to show a lot of people, like we usually do, and they're not going to sit there giving me credit. I don't want the credit. But it's the usual thing. Anybody can answer that, man. All right, if you're in here, Native Americans, don't be afraid to answer. Y'all got that. Look at me. Wasabi. Whatever, right? Like when I went to the page to the barbecue place, and I was like, why do y'all have that fake Lone Ranger out there? Bass Reeves is Lone Ranger. Don't stop it. And I had to show them, and all the people, the light skins back there in the barbecue place, and they just walking around all arrogant, and they were like, "Oh, we didn't know that." I said, "Of course. Why would they tell you the truth?" They gave you the 1950s or 60s Lone Ranger and Tonto narrative. And so the funny thing is, you wouldn't respectfully go and look it up. And then when you find out that Tonto was this brother who was a U.S. Marshal that worked with Bass Reeves, a little shorter, a little more stout, strong as a bull, you know, big, long mustache, kind of almost looked Mexican, but he was a Negro. And that was the Tonto. We didn't run around in deerskin pants and leggings like some of these guys Hollywood it all out. You know, on the East Coast, you know how it goes. No. And then because I was selling them ceremonially, we did things, but that's a whole another narrative. We wore suits, we wore clothes, we wore jeans. As you've seen, Levi and them had, and then they had to put their name on everything. They didn't make that stuff. They didn't invent or create it. You know what I mean? Just like we Underground Railroad, the real train engineers. And you know, when I made that post early on in the year, last year, with the Tartarian trains, showing you how powerful and strong they were, magnificent. You know what I mean? No trains derailing and all this other, you know, how they just took. You look out there now, you see Warner and all these other names on the trains and the carrier. You know what I mean? The carrying wagons and all. You just can't make it up. It loses to the fact of who's done what. The relationship of the so-called Negro and the Jew. One's fake, and they have to have the other one be fake too, right? So American, so-called Native Americans. Again, once you clarify, just because you lived a lie don't mean nothing. I want you to clarify what's the difference. Because what they say as far as American Indian, who it applied to, wasn't you. It says belongs to the descendant of Europeans. What does that allude to? And then they still want to push that. It used to be the fake Bering Strait. Why would you have to go through some Bering Strait when we were great seafarers and Russia and Alaska were only 55 miles apart? And you got people coming in from Africa on rafts built out of pond, like 55-gallon drums and sheets, and they literally selling for in a week to here. I mean, what was the current? Oh man, I can see a lot of y'all went in the Navy. You're not great seafarers or fishermen either. So again, I want to know. You know, I know y'all staunch. You just did this ride through the cities. Girl, lean back, lean. And you know what, them politicians look at the laugh and go, "Oh, we look at them. They're doing that. They're putting on their show really good. They ain't gotta give you nothing. You know what you have is an abundance of millions of acres in Siberia and Mongolia. And I'm not gonna mention Jinshi. Oh, my good friend who's Mongolian. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, you have all that land to build up. I mean, you learn how to weld from. You look like you got a lot of skills now, right? Carpentry, electronics, solar panels installing, and this, that, and other. Why don't you go back over there and build that up? Don't go join Russia to fight Ukraine and all that, and vice versa, and all that stupid stuff we're doing. They ended up skeletons on the main road. I'm getting into politics. And the enemy of you and I know this. And the original of that thumbnail, and the original first album picture posted just in here. Now, all of a sudden, Native and African mix. Oh, please. Oh, you can't make this up. And if you get a Wikipedia, they just change the stuff 24/7. So again, I just want to know. So America was Engelman. All right, that was only one side of my family. Awesome, right? It's immigrants. Yeah, but you don't have to say that. You're not an immigrant to the earth. a lot of our people have always been calling themselves, some of them say native, this, that, and other. Natively, we're all natively born here. But American Indian is a total, as far as the narrative go, and y'all know where I stand with this term America. So, yeah, you know, like the U.S., never liked it in the first place. It never said right. Because when they were talking about this 13 colony nonsense, yeah, that was them colonizing. That's why it's called colony. You know what I mean? They had to start somewhere where the first wars made. And they called y'all, what do they call them? What do they call them? They weren't on the east or west coast, right? They call them the Midwest Indians, right? They were in the Midwest. Yeah. So how did all of a sudden y'all become Seminole? How all of a sudden when we got Seminole, black Seminoles in all Mexico and further down in South America, why do we have Mongols talking about they came up through the southern tip? Oh, what, we came down? No, it's a migration up. And then have nothing to do with the mounds, Peru, Machu Picchu, just like the people there. I just want to know. And then they found all these megalithic heads, stone heads. All right, we even gave one to Ethiopia and another one to Africa. Why with afros and everything, and you can see the locks and braids, and yet you just cannot find it in yourself when there's a lot of Native Americans who have actually stepped forward and told the truth. Even with them telling the truth, you still, instead of looking at what's happened, what's been done, and say, well, those are our distant relatives of the whole world, and jump with us. No. Give me a logistically correct answer, or respond in a way that is based upon something, not baseless. Because I've seen all the arguments, and they're just the most pathetic. And this is not about arguing or slander or anything. It's unnecessary. You do that the moment you open your mouth and you say negative things. I want to know. Oh, and all you light-skinned folks who claim to be Indian, please break that down for me. Now, I know what I've taught in history based on what I've heard in books. Yet, those individuals are hiding amongst you because of what happened. So, please, can somebody tell the truth? You know what I mean? If we all stand for what is right, we have no one race. We have no one race. Exactly, Fred. You gotta let go of that. Exactly. Marcus, what's up, man? What's up, family? Yes, and most people have many stories. But a lot of, we have a system that reaches that, branches off into these, like you stated, into race, creed, and all this other stuff. My question is to the Native Americans. If you come across this, take the time and elaborate, please. And we know a lot of you ignore the Native community that says otherwise. We know you ignore a lot of the Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters who allude and point out this fact. And there's not just 1, 2, 100, 1,000, there's millions of them. Why are y'all still holding on? You're not going to lose nothing. Yeah, they done gave you so much you didn't know what to do with it. They afraid to give it to our people because they know that they'll build a rocket and actually probably punch through the dang ceiling. Or far worse. Alright? Those who don't have the tidings of moral subjugation. So I just want to know. But I was going to read, and I just wanted to know why it's been riling me for a minute, for a while. You're going to make a big one this time, huh, cuz?
Yes, sir. He snap easy this time.
Yeah. He got the wood carving and making, what was that, a diamondback rattler?
Right.
He made one, man. He broke it by accident, but this one's going to be good. Seamless. But, please, if y'all don't mind, this is not a game. I don't play when it comes to stuff like this. I would really, and many others would like to hear this as well. Okay? I really would like to hear it.
Yes, sir.
This big smack.
Eat from the sun.
I ate, man. We went riding down the pole. I was ready to lay down and go to sleep, but yeah, take your time with it. I'm not in no rush. I'm going down here and make sure I sight my thing in real good. And I just want to know. Six Boss, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening, bro? Marcin, I don't know what that means. Are you young? No, Marcin, with that.
With TH.
Yeah, you ain't gotta say it. You ain't gotta entertain it. We see it. Just want to know. Native community, I know you come in your luck. All right? Please. Explain it. Go, Chief, there's 2 emails for you guys to look at when you get bored to Rando. I'll email you next time. I go now. Okay, you got my email. You see it. Hit me up so I can send you the number. We can chat. He can give you the number as well, okay? All right, you be easy out there and be safe, all right? Don't be rushing off too fast. But isn't that a good question, man? I want to know. I mean, I hope this is a good question, y'all. Maybe y'all can allude to something, point something out to me. I'm not thick-headed or anything. I already accept certain native groups. I actually do. Because I know their history. I know about certain groups, Spaniardized French, mulattoes, and Europeans, as far as the narrative of Zionism and the whitewashing of some. Man, they look a little different, especially the Pima. And how they actually fought some of the Mongols. When I talked to some of the older people, very, very dark in the Pima reservation. I had talked to some people so dark, I was like, who in the world are you? I'm like, I'm a Pima Indian. I'm like, oh, my father taught me to hate black folks. I said, why? He said, I guess because we were tired of, we hated our own black selves. I said, why you call yourself black? Boy, and they was mixing left and right with Mexicans and everything. Some being raped. We're talking about a time of freedom. And deals were made. Conspiring against their own. So again, I'm asking you, Native Americans. Oh, take your time. You know you're going to do that. See, right now they don't care about the true being. They've got some things, I don't know, maybe they were already here. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Their Messiah, the Hamashiach. How do you say it? The Hamashiach. Whew, boy. Oh, man. And you see all these little worthless rabbis and I'm talking about, yeah, we're going to have one world government, one world everything. You have nothing and you'll own nothing and be happy. Actually, nobody owned anything in the first damn place. That was our way. But now they want to pervert it to fit their little desires and further manipulation and attempting to live forever. They don't get it, but regardless of that, Native Americans, please. Yeah, I know we know what it is. Adadami, Fred, family. Oh, that's beautiful. We know all that. It's not part of the conversation. Oh, I thought we were having a conversation. Well, me asking a question and expecting a response based on the dynamic of the dialect that was, or the subject matter. The hell is TH whatever got to do with that? Nothing. Maybe a little too much for some. But anyway, yeah, you didn't redirect nothing. You don't have power. Just stay on topic without suffering from ADHD and whatever. Okay? HAD, whatever. Just be focused. Maybe some of y'all have an answer or reply. Oh, Mark, no, it's it. Oh, nothing but respect. I like to dig it, but I want the topic. That's why I created the live and put it up there. I could have used a more profound picture. But it's not about the picture. It's about the question. I just want to hear that, beloved. That's all. Are you aware that Etrians weren't even considered nowhere in the Epic of Ethiopian and Black? That they were always on the side of the fake Caucasians and the Mongols? Regardless of the brother who was a Crip murdered in California, or regardless of the other ones or whatever, and Cowboy and all those guys, American Indians, whatever. It was always our brothers in the first place, but why would they divide them as such to give them the narrative? We're not talking about the Moorish doctrine and the crayon color of. I'm white and Indian, so look at me. Do I look y'all's fictional white? Y'all would say, oh, but you're. Oh, my goodness. That's all. It's a bunch of scrupulous nonsense. Every single thing that I work for in my life is a blessing. No, it's not about age. Best regards to all good people in the USA from Lubanese, Poland. Poland, all right. Right side of Stula River. I hear you, man. Don't get all that stuff. Respect. The only galaxy is in your heart, bro. If you want to utilize the term galaxy. Anybody else? I guess I have pundits who don't have a physical response because it still stirs their whiteness, their blackness, or I don't know, whatever this is, whatever it is. Yes, Ness is part of the Ish and the Isms and a few other things, but I just want to know if anybody can respond. I know a lot of you follow individuals who you're starting to have this composite where you're starting to see a picture, and you're sharing respect to that. I'm about the ascension of everybody, especially the so-called Negro. Yet, when we start going back to what's it called, Dravidians and all that, Druidism and all that stuff, Atlanteans, and how they've taken it and they've made this composite of fictionalism. That's another schisms, and people are starting to realize some things. The more you come into this truth, the more powerful you become, So I'm asking again. I know it's hard. My Native American brothers, can you have an honest bone, as we say, honest engine? '65 is strong. Talk about it. Again, on the sidebars, beloved. Ready? Please. No, they'll just block you if you come on here, bot or whatever. They don't care about that. They'll just block it. Time you out. Soon waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has a response to me. This is not about hate. I'm not with all that. I don't need that. I don't need making for me believe that. I really want to know a response. And I see it seems like I might be begging or something. No. I'm giving y'all a chance, man. I think y'all don't get it. I really think y'all get it. Oh, the sun. Hey, did y'all sun gaze today?
This morning.
Find that little black spot in the sun today? There's a little black spot in the sun today. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the... Anyway, I love looking at the sun. Is anybody going to respond? Oh no, Fred, not you. I know that, beloved. No, yeah, y'all. Hey, bro. Talking to my older brother here, Fred. Don't be this. Don't carry on in a way. No, Fred's solid cat, man. No, he's solid. No, it's part of the family there. I just want to hear about Native American and American Indian. I want to know if they really know the truth. And you might look it up and they might say, oh, well, they chose to be called Native American. No, that goes back to the Know Nothing Party and the Native American movement. India didn't exist until when was it? I can't remember, y'all.
1947?
Was it 1947,
54?
right? Or 54. It was 54, right? I think when they established Hindustan as India because of the breakaway with Pakistan or something like that. Because they had it up. They had it up for a long time. I shared a post and everything. I can't remember the date for the world of me.
I thought it was 1954.
50 or 60? Yeah, it was 50s and 60s. 63, right? 63? Was it 54 to 60s? Y'all look it up. India, it never was called India. They were never called India. First of all, we have the West Indies. Indies. Even that was named India before East India. They're not Indians. Do you think most of us come on here? My father's side belonged to the Raccoon clan because of what they were capable of, along with the Six Seeker. One man out to take as many as possible, with everyone knowing that it was, y'all say suicide. It was a mission of pleasure and gratuity. The giant killers, after the giant's head were gone, the bad ones. So again, I'm asking my Native American brothers and sisters, because I know a lot of things I have not spoken about. You could have been riding with a whole bunch of brothers, if not thousands, like real cowboys. Know that this is their homeland. But your ignorance is what's going to destroy you. So again, the question still stands. Yeah, Fred, I know. Yeah, talk about it, brother. Them people, talk about it, bro. But there are many. They got our bloodlines scooped up in a lot of folk, and when people research this, they'll see that. Sadly, many have been manipulated by the very enemy. Ignorance is a shameful place. I know it is. Now, I'm not gonna lie. There was a point in my time, long before I accepted who I was, where I was very ignorant. Oh my goodness. Because, I had the old ones telling me, and I'd fight tooth and nail. Oh, I fought a lot of people. People on my side, oh my goodness. Whoo! I don't even talk about the Italians I had to knock out on steroids. Oh. Yeah. It's like that you know how to box and you're shuffling and you got some guy trying to go, steroids like that. And they don't know that. And them shoulders and that power that and wrestling, and you got a strong back. I ain't talking about big back, Burger King, McDonald's, McDef's, Burger Kill. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? And down there in Glen Ridge and on Bloomfield Avenue, pop up, whoop. No violence, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? When you pop. You know what I'm saying? When you start, when you tapping them cheekbones and right here and up here, and they whoop, and they just drop it. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I assume, Bullet, I'm going to time you out if you don't mind your manners on this thread. Okay? We're not having it here. This is taking a different direction. I'm not cursing nobody out. I'm not talking violence, nothing. This is a sport. Be decent. Tried to call you, but give me another call then, Big. What did it say? Because sometimes my phone don't, you know what I mean? And also because I want to be getting another service because they're attempting to say, last month a brother looked and he took hundreds of dollars. He just says, oh man, I don't know what's going on, but you know what they're trying to do, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, Ganja, what's your number? So that way, Big Bonnie, check it out. Because this one, if it ain't working, it's still call. I can call out. I don't know if anybody call in. Ganja, what's your number? That way, Big Bonnie. Huh? 520-220-9076. Anybody else with this change number on block it? Just don't be retarded. It's easy. All right. So Big Bonnie. Anyway. Yeah, I'll be the one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. So Big Bonnie, I know your number starts with what's that? 201? Oh, I forget.
Probably say like Minnesota or something coming through.
It might say, yeah. Minnesota, it might say where it's coming from. But I just want to know. But we got a lot of people that have all this real history. I just kind of sit there and I sit in the back and I go, okay, yeah, because it doesn't necessarily say that wrong. But people have a hard time looking at the world they're in. And when we ride around, whenever we moving around, we always look for the signs and of destruction. And like me, only reason why I look is because I look at things that were blown up in the past, just black and white footage showing you. And then I look at the aftermath, and then I look at the 20-year mark of people living at the bottom of these things where these things were blown up. And I look for that. That's like a great landmark to start. And then I look at other things and pictures saying this is what was there. And then you see 40 years later and you're like, I've seen a place that looked like that. I'm not saying it's perfect. But and then if you decide to be able to walk over there, they don't put a fence up. You can see things down there that make absolutely no sense. Giant rocks and boulders, crystal, and all kind of stuff. And you're like, wait a minute, this is not even part of the geographical survey, geological survey. What is this stuff from? When you start researching, you start looking at things, you start realizing, hold up, there was something here. And then you look at, they were blowing and cutting through mountains. And nobody was there because a war was going on. What else were they destroying? I'm telling you, we ride and we see some rocks and stuff that just defy. It just defies everything that, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what was that? What? Somebody might attempt to say, well, when the lava flow and, the Great Flood and all this malarkey. You know what I mean? 612. So that'd be the area code coming through, bro. Because you don't want to, we're going to give you a 10 minutes and I'll be off of here. We're going to time you out for 10 minutes. You came in here acting like you wanted to be something. I don't know, maybe you're a bot machine attempt to have a conversation and repeat and stuff. We're not going to do that here. Okay? Hi, symbolic. Poland. Anyway, I just would like to know. These lives are going to stay on a certain direction. I'm going to read. I'm going to attempt to further enlighten myself and sharing that with you if you decide to choose that. You might find another way. You might choose another way. You might want to get involved in yoga and meditation on a different plateau or plane. You might want to, you might be, have the knowledge to work with electronics and stuff to actually tap into frequencies. You got to be careful and, read enough. Mysticism, this, that, occultism, all that, whatever, and you might find something that actually works, and you can share that with others. I don't know, but here I'm going to share with you the things that works for me. I've watched and looked at a lot of nonsense for a long time, and a lot of times I don't say anything. But I can tell when people are emotional and they're wrought on feelings, and the feelings and emotions of anger and rage pushes them further into this cataclysm, because they feel like, oh, well, we got ourselves together. And that's when you realize, and this is a deeper problem in the recesses of life, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not one really big on talking about that stuff. Y'all have heard me mention it over and over. It's because I want y'all to be careful where you walk to. I'm not saying you got to come and listen to me. That's farther from what I'm saying. I'm always going to read the things that most want, you know. When people ask me about Tartary, Rob Bell, and about several other people, they built their platform. They're following up on that. And one thing she did, she said, hey, let brought me on lives and let everybody see. But it's bigger than that, because people are going to find out their own information. Some people are going to deny it. It just makes no sense. Blah, blah. Oh, whatever. Everybody has their own opinion about things. You know what I'm saying? Like, hear the wrench. It's yours from her. Peace out. All right, Fred, you be cool, brother. Yes, Fred, it is. Hey, Fred, you got a wrench too. What do you mean? You got a wrench? You got a wrench? You could have timed him out. I just get real tired of certain things. I get tired of people talking about I'm older, I'm younger, I'm this, I'm that. They just sound so like Cro-Magnon, whatever that's supposed to be. Fake history. So nobody's gonna answer the question, right? All right. Well, I'm gonna get off, and depending on how chilly it gets, I'll probably just sit inside and read, because it'd be nice and warm, and I'll just read what I'm supposed to read to you. But the question is going to be there. If you want to come back to the video and you have a response, you're more than welcome to respond. All right. I know some are troubled and some can't think over. Some think they found an answer or response. You know, I've been around the world too many times. This world. You know, isn't it funny how world is synonymous with round when world has nothing to do with round at all? Right? When you hear world, right, you think round. Isn't that funny how they control the narrative to the point where, I've been free of that narrative, but just to know. All right. So anyway, I told you when I did my first flight in a Cessna alone, solo. Nah, man, no spinning ball. And I already told you about the Lieutenant JG on Boches Road looking out and he's telling me how far I'm looking. I'm like, that thing can't see that far. And he's like, okay, go below. I'm like, yes, sir. And I stayed out the catwalk. So I was like, are they trying to get rid of me? Because what are you saying? And, everybody in the scene cheaping them. Stop talking. What you stop talking about? What you talking about? All right, Chief. All right, Chief. Roger that. Be very careful. Oh, man, had me walking around as if I was on some kind of damn crack or meth or something. I was paranoid for a little bit. Young, 20-something years old, 21. I was like, watching everybody come behind me like... It didn't matter about fighting. You could 4 people snatch you up and you go in to drink. I'm a strong swimmer, but you out in the ocean. I don't know what. I know how to look up and, okay, maybe land is closer that way or that. I ain't no map out. I ain't trying to be out there back floating and all of a sudden a 100-foot wave come crashing down a friggin' well, Bahooba, whatever, come and slam down on me. I wasn't trying to find. I know how to be quiet real quick. Lucy Rose, what's up? What's going on? I caught you. Hey, what's going on? President 7 in here. Hit that one. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, sis. Yeah, if y'all hit the like, it helps me beat the algorithm a little bit. It actually, I guess it's some real stuff they were talking about. Yeah, appreciate it. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off, all right? The sun's starting to set, and I'm going to get over here and see if I can fine-tune these 2 red dots, get them zeroed in together, and then make sure that they're on that target at, I think, 20, 25 yards. It's best to be around 30, 35, but 25 is good enough. Until we figure out how to shoot a little, make a clearing where it's a little further back. You know what I mean? Back at the old gun range, we shoot up to 600, 700, 800 yards. You know, y'all like that, right? 600, 800, popping off at 600, 800 yards, boy, ain't nothing like it, man. Especially when you hear that still, thwack, thwack, thwack. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, ain't nothing like it, man. You feel like you're doing something when you're popping off at that far. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 yards, thwack, all the way up to, and shooting up, right?
Yep.
Shooting at about 10 degree, 13,
up the side of a hill.
elevated up side of a hill, like at the highest target. I think that was like a little round lamb or something, or lamb head or whatever.
Like ram or something.
Ram or something. Yeah, that thing was, and it would just, because it had two poles. The highest, I think that was around about 800,000 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
You tapping that. But you know what I'm saying? Oh man, ain't nothing like it, man. But here you can do, we can set it up. We're gonna get some still, and we can run some quick drills. The only problem with still with me, I'm more worried about ricochets. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting where you are, and we've been without power. It's back. It's came back, but it's now absolutely catching up on you. Appreciate the internet. Looks like wherever you are is exactly where you should be. Gear enough wisely, and it's popping off. Yeah, you know, absolutely. Absolutely. We haven't really, I mean, we get dirty over here. We got to fill up with water again. We don't want to be in there barefoot in the cool. We want to let it be a little warm. And we got to chip away at about 2.5 quarters more. And then we should be right where we need to be at. And then we can double it. Get it in there, and then we can figure out how much. We can look at some things, the size, we'll measure it, and then get the greenhouse built the way it's supposed to be, spiked in the ground, so any monsoons that come by later won't destroy anything. Monsoon weather will probably take this tent and have us rolling up there by that mesquite tree. Wizard of Oz.
We're not in Arizona anymore.
Yeah, it's a little different. We're not in Arizona, but we're in Arizona, but not in Arizona. Anyway, learning to like manners must. Luckily, I have one, but my data, that's still okay. Anyway, nobody answered, and I said about 10 minutes ago I was getting off here. Let me get off of here, and I appreciate y'all. We're ready to go down here in the pit and make sure this thing is lined up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you guys. The question still stands. To my Native American community, are you ready to be honest? Are you willing to sit down with your elders if they're still here and ask them to sincerely be honest? Not pig-headed, okay? They can't be upset to come in this land and fighting us and us getting and taking a toll on you. Can't get upset with that. So you tell them elders of yours in their 70s and 80s, yeah, just move beyond that. We came here and it's their land. We don't have no ownership. That's why people have done putting their names on everything. We don't do that. That's the black church and those fake black leaders. Southern, whatever you call them, Christian, whatever. Yeah, League, whatever those goofies. Yeah, Malcolm X Street, and Betty Shabazz Avenue, and all that dumb Martin Luther King Drive. Oh man, all that goofy stuff. We don't do that. We don't do that. All right? Education is the way. Yes, Fred. Yes. Your appetite. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's all about, can we learn together? Can we be prosperous from information? There's a reason why they're speeding up everything they're doing, because people are finding out the truth. That's the reason. One of the reasons that they've been on this, and a couple others. they always get to a point where people start to realize things, and before they get to a certain point, destruction. You know? Either by them or I would say slow down with the information sharing. That's why I'm asking questions. I just want to know from a certain group. And I'll keep reading. Those books they've allowed. There's a reason. All right? Okay? Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time again. Loving sisters, brothers, it'll be sitting up there. Just leave your response. Okay? I appreciate it. See you guys later. Ain't nobody gonna answer today.